What a race! Even now, as I kick back and relax, it's amazing to think of all the work the runners put into readying themselves for the Boilermaker each year. And in addition to that, I like to think of all the work the community puts into preparing for the big race. My name's Jonathan Kozak, and today, let's take a look at just what goes into the Boilermaker each year. Boilermaker Week kicked off in a big way. The annual Youth Olympics once again took place at Proctor Park, and hundreds of local kids participated. The event kicked off with a few words from the event organizer, Lonnie Jenkins, and then followed up with an invigorating bit of Zumba. Everyone had a blast, whether they chose to win gold in basketball or baseball, kickball or hockey. And for those who wish to play a thinking man's game, there was also Connect 4, checkers, and chess, as well as many other sports and activities to participate in. However, the biggest draw was most likely the huge bouncy house obstacle course that towered above the proceedings and drew youths both tall and small to face its challenges. At the end of the day, rivalries were tested, but more importantly, relationships were forged, all in the name of fun, fitness, and friendship. I think that we can all agree that such ideas are also what help to make the Boilermaker as special as it is, too. That same day, but in a different neck of the woods, worker bees could be heard busily buzzing away. On Genesee Street, Mayor Paul Buckley, along with many members from City Hall and the Department of Public Works, were conducting yet another clean sweep to ensure that all visitors passing through our dashing downtown would see everything new that is going on. The mayor not only helped to clean up, but he also met with business owners and concerned citizens to see if there was any way that he could help them prepare for the Boilermaker, as well as any increased traffic that comes along with the event. However, the mayor's concern extends beyond Boilermaker Sunday, and on the sweep he was willing to stop and talk with anyone about anything concerning the city, be it in regards to race day or in the future down the road. It is quite impressive to see all the construction and progress happening in downtown, and I'm sure for anyone visiting the area, they'll be curious to see just what's going on in Utica. Next up was the Great Boilermaker Expo, which once again took place at Mohawk Valley Community College. While there, I met up with a few fellow runners to get their perspective on the Boilermaker.
It's a ton of fun, great way to get involved in the community, and all my friends are doing it. Although the Boilermaker attracts, high-level runners and people who want to compete, I feel for the most part people get involved with it just to do something for the community. Just like tomato pie, chicken riggies, the Boilermaker is ingrained in the Utica culture, and just something that I feel everyone in Utica wants to do at least once. I started running the 5K, I've run that twice, and then I moved over, transitioned to the 15K, did that twice, and this will be my third year doing the 15K. So all in all, about 5 Boilermakers and 3 of them being the 15K. Well, I think with a lot of people running the 15K for the first time, they know the distance, they've run the distance 9 miles before to train, but they still don't know exactly or have the confidence that they can finish it. So you're starting to get tired, as the race goes on, but once you cross that finish line, you feel real accomplished. Your legs hurt a bit, but you're about to have some free beer and have a good time.
I love running by my family. They always are at the 9-mile mark, so I'm usually dying, but they're all lined up there and cheering, and it's fun to run by them. My whole family does it. It's like the biggest day of the year in my family. All my cousins come in and do it, and I just think it's fun, like all the fans and the music, and it's fun to train for it, gets you in shape.
Finally, it was race day. Although the race kicked off with a scare of stormy weather, the bright and shining smiles crossing at the start line seemed to hold the rain clouds at bay. There's nothing quite like seeing the ocean of humanity charging down the course at the very beginning of the run. It's amazing to see runners from all walks of life, in all ages and all sizes. There's even a strange manner of dress for some, and that ranges from various superheroes to fairy princesses and even a very large beer can. After a while, however, the crowd thins out and the quiet rhythm of the road sets in. Quiet, of course, being a relative term, as every step of the way the runners are being cheered on by enthusiastic fans from all over the city. Nothing quite picks you up along the way like hearing the thumping bass from a DJ's van, accompanied by the boisterous cheers and yells coming from the sidelines. If you get a little hot during your race, just look to the sidewalk as many citizens have their hoses at the ready to cool down any runners with the need. In addition to all of this, if you're running and get a few hunger pains, fear not, for there's a surprising number of treats being handed out by fans along the way. Runners have their choice of the usual staples of water, ice, or an orange slice, but these traditional delicacies can be supplemented with granola bars, ice pops, and even glazed donuts, all of which can be found being handed out along the way. Some, although, may be tempted to grab a bite on the run. I recommend that they save a bit of room for when they finish, because the after party means more free food and more fun times. As the miles count on and the run gets rough, just remember what waits at the end. For it is not only the glory of victory, but also the taste of a cold serenade. And from what I've heard, some say that those two things are one and the same. So when you finally cross the finish line, no matter the time, just hold your head high and know that you are now a Boilermaker runner. As I'm sure you could tell, the Boilermaker isn't just a great 15K road race. It's also a celebration of Utica's culture and community. It's a great way to stay in shape, and a great way to stay in touch with family and friends. I hope you learned a little bit about the Boilermaker today, and thanks for watching.
John, what are you doing? Stop dreaming about being a TV star and get up off the course. You fainted after the first mile. Besides, I've got another great segment coming up and I need to get you out of the way.